Mr. Swarbrick. I thank you all for this really excellent testimony. We're going to have questions now from committee members. We'll have 5-minute rounds. I'll begin and then turn to the ranking member, and then we'll go in the order of appearance. What I hear here is a really strong endorsement of college athletics as a unifying force for our communities. And Senator Graham mentioned that college athletics is a religion in South Carolina. I don't know whether it is in Connecticut, but we celebrate victory in Connecticut. As you know, the UConn Huskies men's team won their 5th championship. Our Quinnipiac hockey team was victorious as well. And we have parades literally through the streets of Hartford when it happens. So I think you've all highlighted the unique unifying force that college athletics play and the opportunities it affords to students and the unique opportunity that we have and the need to do it now for reform. I hear also strong reservations, indeed opposition to classifying athletes as employees. I hear a general feeling that the reform very likely should go beyond just strictly NIL. And what I hear very encouragingly is that some of your colleges, St. Joseph's and Notre Dame, most impressively, are already embarking on many of the reforms that Senator Booker and Moran and I have proposed. But we need to avoid a race to the bottom in name, image, and likeness, a bidding war among colleges that often tempt college athletes with unscrupulous deals or agents and put colleges at the mercy of an unequal playing field. What I'd like to do is now focus on the reforms that may avoid the need for even that employee status that seems so alluring to many who proposed reforms. I'd like to ask all of you, and in the interest of time, I'm going to put it to you collectively, would any of you oppose the creation of a medical trust fund to cover health care for student athletes' long-term injuries? If you would oppose it, raise your hand and I'll call on you. Nobody opposes it. The record should show. Would you oppose guaranteeing the scholarships of student athletes that suffer career-ending injury or who are cut from a team? If you oppose it, please raise your hand. Again, the record should show no one here opposes it. Would you oppose setting enforceable health safety standards to protect college athletes from serious injury, mistreatment, abuse, and death? Again, no one opposes it. And finally, would you oppose a requirement for at least high-revenue schools to support the insurance costs and out-of-pocket medical expenses of student athletes? No opposition. I think your views on this issue are profoundly important and show that we need to think beyond just NIL standards. I am struck, and this issue has been raised, by the difference often in treatment of women athletes. Female athletes under the present system apparently earn approximately $900 per NIL deal as compared to the $3,000, which is the average for male athletes, as reported by the NIL platform Open Doors. It seems to me that this area is one where reform is necessary, And I'd like to ask Ms. Thomas and Ms. Bodensteiner for your views on this topic.
Can you repeat the question for me, please?
The disparate treatment of men and women in college sports. Do you see it as an issue, and how pressing?
Yes, I do see it as an issue. Me as a female athlete, I feel like I personally have to do a lot more, especially in the NIL space, to receive what I feel like I deserve.
Ms. Bodensteiner?
Thank you for the question, Senator. And just to bring a little life to that, right now at St. Joe's, male basketball student athletes are, I wouldn't say demanding, but asking what the collective will do for them. That is not happening in any of our women's sports. And I think it's absolutely essential that we find a way to ensure that male and female athletes have equal opportunity to earn NIL money.
Thank you. My time has expired.